whataboutisms and to colloquy, the logical fallacy of trying to point out a hypocrisy to avoid addressing the question that was asked. That's what we've specialized in on the left for the last 18 months. And what it does, though, it exposes your true alliance, your true allegiance. If every time you are asked about anything, you can be asked about the damn weather. But particularly when you're asked about the right, you're asked about Donald Trump, you're asked about Mike Cernovich, you're asked about Alex Jones, and your immediate response is always, yeah, but Hillary. You're doing that to avoid having to bring any criticism to Donald Trump. And so that shows your true allegiance is to Donald Trump. And I think it's time for us to just resolve this. These people are not leftists. These people are not progressives whatsoever. They're either ideological opportunists, like Cassandra Fairbanks. They see an opportunity over here to gather power unto themselves in the progressive community, but they really have no ideological center and no ideological grounding because they change. What's important to them changes based on how they can be in the opposition to Hillary Clinton and the DNC perpetually. At first it was like the weaponization of identity politics. You know, yeah, that's a good narrative. Let's cling to that. Hillary Clinton, they're weaponizing identity politics, using our words from the Progressive Army, because we're the ones that took the lead on that and actually help you understand that. But I digress. But they moved from that to, okay, let's talk about the lack of economic issues, the economic policies and our economic grievances with Hillary Clinton. Okay, we moved from that. You know why? Because somebody got elected who had worse economic policies than Hillary Clinton. And so they had to move off that because you can't talk about the economics, the problematic nature of neoliberal economic policy and not talk about the uber problematic nature of economic policies and neoliberal politics for Republicans. I mean, their neoliberal economic policies are far worse. And so they move from critiquing weaponization of identity politics, and that was the most important thing. Then they moved, the next most important thing was, we're going to only talk about economics at this point. But then these people who are not really progressive or leftists, they dropped a class critique altogether. You know why? Because they could not continue, they couldn't handle the cognitive dissonance that forced them to realize, damn, if I got a problem with capitalism, and that's my critique, is a class critique, then how in the hell can I not criticize Donald Trump? And so they keep the focus ultimately on Hillary Clinton, no matter what. No matter what. And so they have shifting principles. The only thing, and they found their home now. Let me say this. When I say this, the Zach Hallers of the world, the actual Flaticus, the Alan Smithies of the world, the H.A. Goodmans of the world, the Tim Blacks of the world, all of them, and the Caitlin Johnstone of the world, they finally found a place that they can hide so that they never have to criticize Donald Trump. And you know where that is? The deep state, because Donald Trump is attacking the deep state on Twitter. That's where it is. And you know who's lost and hurt in all of this? Today, the transgender community. Today, those families losing their jobs, those families losing their health insurance, those families losing, those individuals losing the one thing that they had, that they worked and they got for themselves, and they did it, whether you like the military or not. Like, for them to overcome the hurdles of being a transgender human in the first place, and then a transgender person trying to be in the American military, and then to have that just snatched from them, it's devastating. And yet these are the people who have been hurt and targeted by Donald Trump today. And instead of us in a collective voice condemning this action, you have people who contort themselves into positions that they can not critique Donald Trump, but find a way to blame Donald Trump's actions on Hillary Clinton. revealing their true allegiance. Their true allegiance is never criticize Donald Trump. That's their true allegiance. And now this is what's being peddled as progressive. So, so whatever, if that's progressive to you, then it is a strange upside down world.